Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review video. I have 6 books, and some of the books were long books, so it took me a while to get through. So let's just get right into it. So this one is a series of books that I mentioned in my book freak out tag video. And it's these books that Disney made. They're called Twisted Tales, and it's about different Disney characters and what would happen if certain things happened to him. Like the one I read in a previous book review video was about Peter Pan, and it was what if Wendy got taken to Neverland by Captain Hook instead of Peter Pan. And this one is one of my favorite Disney movies like ever. It's in like I don't know if it's like my favorite of favorites, but it's definitely in the top 10, and it's Mulan. And this one is called Reflection. It's by Elizabeth Lim, and these books are written by different authors. They're not just written by one person. And this one is what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? And I thought, oh, it's gonna be like a Hercules thing. Well, here, this is what the book looks like. I thought, oh, it's gonna be like a Hercules thing. She's gonna meet Hades and everything, so it's gonna be like two in one. No, it was something called Deju or something. It's like Diyu, something like that. And it's like what the Chinese call the underworld. And what happens is it happens after in the movie where she they try to defeat the Huns at the pass, and Shang she saves Shang, and that's the part where they find out she's actually a woman and that type of thing. Well, instead Shang gets really hurt, and here his father's ghost comes into play and tells her, if you want to save his life. Well, this is before anybody knew she was a girl, so everybody thought she was still Ping, the man. And so she has to travel through the underworld to help Shang get through it. And it's a cool story. There's a lot of like Chinese cultural things in it. And it was just a good book. Like this book I think was shorter than the other one, the Peter Pan one. But I think this one only had like 32 chapters in it. Some of the chapters are short, some are long, just depends on what's going on at the time in the story. And it's a really, really good book. I really liked it. It's Disney. Like, who doesn't like a Disney story? So these books, I got these 2 books. I'm gonna show you. They go in a set of books. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know how many books are in the series. When I bought these books, they were like on this sci-fi fantasy table at this library's book sale, and I couldn't find one, and I only have 2 and 3. And when I first started reading them, they're good, but it's like if I would have read the first one, if I would have had the first one, it would have probably have been better. So, and I think that there's more in this set of stories. I think that there's more books, but I don't have the other books. This one is called Witches Incorporated. It's Rogue Agent Book 2. There's no business like witch business. It's by K.E. Mills. This is what it looks like. And it's about this group of witches who have this company where they do stuff, find stuff, that type of thing. And their grandmother is a crow, and I don't it's just a complicated type of book, because when they talk about magic, it's not like in a magical sort of way. It's kind of like they call it like thermophysics or something like that. And they're trying to stop this, I forget what the evil character's name was. They're trying to stop this evil character from trying to take over the world. He's trying to take witches' powers and stuff like that to make him his own. And so they go on this quest. The woman in the book, I think her name is like Millistrade, something like that. She was the princess of this world, and her brother was turning evil, and he was the one that was doing all these mean things to the people there and stuff like that. So they're trying to figure out what to do about him. The second one is about Gerald, and book 3 is called Wizard Squared. It's Rogue Agent book 3. Gerald by name, evil by nature. It's by K.E. Mills. This is what it looks like. Now, this one is kind of a weird book where they go into this alternate universe type of thing where everything is different and they meet their like alter egos. So it's like obviously they're not themselves in this other world and nothing's right in this world. They're trying to defeat Gerald. He got these Grimoire tablets that is turning him evil and stuff like that, and something happens in the book at the end that's really really sad. And these books are, they are long. They're like 400 pages a piece, but the chapters aren't that bad in the book. Like, what if you get really into the book, you don't even realize, wow, I just read like a 30-page chapter, because these books were really good. But like I said, like if I would have read the first one, I might have gone into it more or understood it more, because some of them in the book are not wizards or they don't have any magic, that type of thing. It was just like this weird book. Like, it's really hard to explain these books because a lot of things happen in those books that you really like, they go into detail about how they did certain things and stuff like that. But they're really good books. So this one is called The Cat Who Talked to Ghosts. I love this series. And the series, it's like you could read one of these books in the day, like curl up with one of these books, like in a blanket with some like hot chocolate or your favorite drink or whatever. And this one, I just call it the Cat Who series. Like I said, it's called The Cat Who Talked to Ghosts. I read them as I get them, so I don't know what number this is in the series. It's by Lilian Jackson Braun. She writes all the books in the series. This is what it looks like. And it's about this man named Quill, who Quill. He got inherited this fortune, and instead of keeping it for himself, he made it into this kind of fund where people can like say what they want, and or the K fund, that's what they call the K fund, they'll see if they can help or what. Like, they're trying to do good with the money, basically. And there was this woman who called him in the middle of the night. I don't remember her name. Does it say in here? Iris Cobb. She calls him. She lives in this house that's in a museum. It's based on the people. It's like a museum that's based on like the good winners, and the good winners were people that were like kind of like owned the town, where like they go back like generations and generations, and they're this rich family, and something usually happens to one of them or somebody that's related to them or somebody that's associated with them. And Iris calls Quill in the middle of the night because she hears noises, and she thinks it's a ghost. And she thinks it's the ghost of, I think it was the head of the Goodwinter family back in the day, where he did something horrible. And I think that's what it was. He did, like, I read this book a long time ago. So he did something horrible, and he did something to himself and all this stuff, and they think it's his ghost. And and what happens is when he finally gets to where she's staying at, they find her on the floor, and they're trying to figure out what happened to her, and see if the ghost is really a ghost and stuff like that. It was a really good book. I really liked it. The cats do like these crazy things to help him solve the mystery and stuff like that. Now, I think I read a book like this before. I'm not really sure. It was like a fairy tale type of book, and it's called A Fairy Tale Fatal Mystery. It's by Maia Chance. I think that's how you say her name, Maia. It's called Beauty and Beast and Belladonna. And Belladonna in the book was kind of like a poison that was used to kill the person in the book. And this is what it looks like. And what they do is it's not like a story where it takes place like in the 1800s. And it's not like, it doesn't recreate Beauty and the Beast. It's this man comes to this town to, he's like a fairy tale lore expert, and he wants to write down Beauty's tale, which is like this mademoiselle person. and she's really old and she's losing her mind. And here throughout the book, they're trying to decipher it because it's going to help with what happened in the book. And it's this woman and her brother and her sister go to this place because she lied to this man saying that she was this soap heiress and stuff like that, and he wants to marry her, but she's really not that person and stuff like that. And it was a good book. I really liked it. Now I think I don't know if it was the same book series, but I remember something about sisters going to some kind of land and trying to fix something in Fairy Tale World. I don't know if it's the same series or not. But I have, I think, one or two more books in this set. And I have, excuse me, I've been reading the same books out of the same bag. I have like books on bookshelves and bags. And they're all in my living room. And it looks like it's cluttered with books. And this one bag I have is really destroyed. So I'm trying to read all the books in the bag. So if some of the books in my next book review video are repeats of, of a different series or mystery, that's probably why. So this is the last book. This is the first one I started reading for this book review video. It's called Gypped. It's by Carol Higgins Clark. It's a Reagan Riley mystery. This is what it looks like. The chapters are really small in this. And the words are really big on a page. Like, this is how big the words were on a page. I don't know if you can see it. And it's about this woman named Reagan, who she ends up meeting an old friend that she met on this game show they were both on. And it turns out that this woman, Zelda, came into a lot of money recently. So she's going to have this party at this decrepit old mansion. And here she gets sick. And Reagan stays with her and tries to make sure she's okay and stuff like that. When she finds something, she goes for a walk in the woods and she finds something. And that leads her to figure out that somebody is probably trying to hurt Zelda for the money or something like that. So she goes on the hunt with her husband, Jack Riley, who's he's the head of the NYPD Major Case Squad. And it was a good book. I really liked it. I don't have any more of these books, but if I find any more, I want to get them because they're really good. And I know there's a Mary Higgins Clark, but I don't know if that's any relation to this woman. Oh, that's her mother. Okay, I just seen the back of the book, the end where they talk about the authors, and yeah, that's her mom. So that was my book review video. I hope you guys like the books that I showed you guys in this video. I'll see you guys next time with another video when I can, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.